Hi students. So we already discussed about the alcohols, phenols and ethers, that is over. But some other compounds of alcohols means actually dihydric alcohols, trihydric alcohols. Few reactions they are asking about the dihydric alcohols and trihydric alcohols. It is better to study about these dihydric alcohols and trihydric alcohol properties and some preparation methods, and I am giving that as a separate video. So better to read this and better to watch this video for an extra information, and also sometimes in NEET also they are giving, and in JEE point of view also it is important. Okay, and in this first polyhydric alcohols. Polyhydric alcohols means we studied already monohydric alcohols. Polyhydric alcohols means more than one OH. More than one OH group containing alcohols are called as polyhydric alcohols. In this more than one OH group means we can take CH2OH and CH2OH, which are commonly called as glycols. Very commonly they are called as glycols. And next, the three OH groups containing compounds CH, OH, and here CH2OH. These are commonly called as glycerols or glycerin. It is called as glycerin. So these two OH group dihydric alcohols are polyhydric, and glycerol trihydric alcohol is also a polyhydric. Now we will try to learn first about dihydric, next we will go for trihydric alcohols. And in this preparation methods, first one from alkenes. We already studied this alkene to alcohol formation in first year alkene chapter. Okay, in hydrocarbons, alkenes properties. That is reaction of Bayer's reagent with alkenes if you are taking. Then cold dilute alkaline KMnO4 undergoes to hydroxylation process, and this is also called as a syn hydroxylation process. This is a syn addition process. Please remember, this is a syn addition process. Cold dilute alkaline KMnO4 is a syn addition reagent. Means two OH groups will be added to these carbon atoms from the same plane, and so we are getting CH2OH and here CH2OH. So this is a glycol. This is called as commonly ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol is formed. Okay, and if you are taking a trans isomer of alkene, trans alkane, syn addition, then we will get racemic mixture type. Cis isomer, if you are taking syn addition, meso compound will be formed. Then you can better to go through some reactions, which if you want more, then go for the alkene chapter, you will get it more. Next, reaction with HOCl, hypochlorous acid. Here ethylene reacts with hypochlorous acid, and then first what it is forming is CH2OH and CH2Cl. Means OH group is added on one carbon, Cl group is added on another carbon. And so we are getting ethylene chlorohydrin. But this is again reacting with aqueous solution of sodium bicarbonate. A weak base is enough, and then this chlorine is also replaced with OH group, CH2OH and CH2OH. The glycol is formed. Okay, this is the glycol formation born from alkenes by the hydroxylation process or by reaction with HOCl, ethylene chlorohydrin first, then alcohol is formed. Next, same from ethylene with atmospheric air. Ethylene reacts with oxygen and it is forming first epoxide CH2 and CH2O. This is called as epoxide. Ethylene oxide or epoxide, it is called as a cyclic ether also. This epoxide undergoes to hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis, and here the bond dissociation occur, and so we are getting CH2OH and CH2OH. So by the bond dissociation, here the bond dissociation occur, here OH group and here H is added, so you will get ethylene glycol again. And next from ethylene bromide. Ethylene dibromide or ethylene bromide is reacting with aqueous sodium carbonate to give CH2OH and CH2OH plus 2NaBr plus CO2. The carbon dioxide is released. That is from ethylene bromide. Next, by reduction of glycols. Here glycol means an aldehyde. Aldehydes undergoes to reduction to give alcohol. Here it is giving CH2OH and CH2OH. This is a reduction process of aldehyde. Glycol gives glycol. And next one is a bimolecular reduction. This is a little bit important, and the product here is called as a pinacol. Common name is pinacol. By the bimolecular reduction, what is the reagent for this is mainly remember magnesium mercury alloy is the reagent. Ketones are undergoing to this reaction, and mainly what is formed is here this is forming an intermediate first OMZ and here O. This is the intermediate formed which undergoes to hydrolysis furtherly. Furtherly undergoes to hydrolysis. Here the hydrolysis occurs and then we are getting R, C, R and here C, R and here OH group and here OH group. So that is two OH groups adjacently present. Again, this is a glycol and this is also commonly called as a pinacol. This is also commonly called as pinacol. Tetraalkylated glycol. Two alkyl groups and two alkyl groups adjacently, that is commonly called as pinacol formation. Okay, bimolecular reduction, two molecules are participating. By the two molecular reduction, we are getting the alcohol, and this is called as a pinacol formation also. This is a preparation methods. You can take any different alkyl groups also, you will get same type. Even if you are taking RR dash, here we will get RR dash and RR dash, here RR dash and RR dash. Okay, the same reaction we will get. These are preparation methods of glycols. Next, physical properties. Ethylene glycol is a liquid with a sweet smell. It has a sweet smell and it is a liquid. It is toxic as methyl alcohol, or methyl alcohol is also called as wood spirit. Methyl alcohol is also known as wood spirit. And it is soluble in water and alcohol due to hydrogen bonding. Due to hydrogen bond forming ability. Due to the hydrogen bond forming ability, it is highly soluble. And boiling points mainly remember whenever the number of hydroxyl groups increases, then the boiling points also increases. Here, if you see boiling points order, this is boiling points order. And in this first one ethyl alcohol, next water, next diol, this is glycol, and this is a trihydric alcohol. And one more point remember, viscosity also increases. Viscosity also increases. Whenever the hydroxyl groups increases, viscosity also increases. Means ethylene glycol and glycerol is taken. Which is more viscous means glycerol due to the hydrogen bonds. Why means the reason is due to more number of hydrogen bonds. More number of hydrogen bonds formation, the boiling points increases and viscosity also increases. Next, chemical properties if you are taking. Here in the glycols, please remember glycols are having two OH groups. Two OH groups participate in reaction, but in this one OH group only first reacts, and the next step second OH group one reacts. Two at a time will not react. And one OH group is more reactive than the second OH group, And after the removal of OH group or replacement with OH group, first OH group, then only the second reaction or second OH group replacement or substitution reaction occurs. And here, if you are taking a reaction, suppose the glycols reactions, if you are taking in this second OH group reactivity is generally slow. Okay, so first reaction with sodium, one OH group only shifted, so minus half H2, mean this hydrogen is only removed. So what is formed first is CH2ONA, and the second OH group is not replaced. And here again it is reacting with sodium and it is more than 320 Kelvin temperature, then only this hydrogen is also removed. And then this hydrogen removed to get CH2ONA and CH2ONA, that is sodium glycol is formed. Okay, then next reaction with HCl. Here also same thing. This H and OH group. H and OH group is eliminated. When H and OH group is eliminated, we will get minus HCl here. Sorry, minus H2O here, minus H2O. Then we will get CH2OH, and this is CH2, sorry, here it is CH2Cl, and this is CH2OH. Again the reaction occurs and the HCl gas is taken, and then at greater than 430 Kelvin, because second OH is less reactive. So again this H and OH is removed, minus H2O. So finally you will get CH2Cl and here CH2Cl. Ethylene chloride or dichloride is formed. Next, reaction with PX3, phosphorus halides, PX3 or PX5 also we can use. Here PCl3 or PCl5 is taken. Whenever we are taking two OH groups are replaced, so we will get CH2Cl and CH2Cl. Ethylene chloride is formed, or ethylene dichloride is formed. When PBr3 is taken, we will get CH2Br and CH2Br. Ethylene bromide is formed or dibromide is formed. Whereas if Pi3 is taken or phosphorus and iodine mixture, phosphorus and bromine, phosphorus and chlorine mixture is also taken, then what is formed here is first it forms CH2I, that is ethylene dibromide. This is called as ethylene dibromide. But this ethylene dibromide is unstable compound. Whenever it is unstable compound, what happens means this pair of electrons are shifted onto this, and then this pair of electrons are shifted onto this. So we are getting furtherly CH2 double bond CH2 plus I2. So what is the final product in the reaction means alkene or ethane is formed. This is also commonly IUPAC name is ethane or ethylene is formed. So please remember this is important. Previously also they asked this one. So ethylene reacts with phosphorus triiodide or red phosphorus and iodine mixture. Then it first forms ethylene diiodide, but this is unstable. Why? Because means carbon smaller, iodine bigger atom. Okay, so unstable, and so it rearranges to give alkene and iodine is released. Okay, next reaction with HNO3 H2SO4 mixture. Concentrated nitric acid, sulfuric acid mixture is, it is called as a nitration mixture. We know that, and because of nitration process, what happens means CH2 and CH2. Here nitration mixture means HNO3 I am writing HONO2. So from this you can remove the OH group and H group from this. So HNO3, this is called as HNO3. OH, right? HONO2. So from this we are removing H and OH, and what is remain? ONO2 is remain. Here also same thing happens. So ONO2 and here also ONO2 plus 2H2O is formed. That is reaction with nitric acid, concentrate nitric acid and sulfuric acid mixture or nitration mixture. The next one, esterification process. As like in alcohols, these ethers also undergoes to esterification. Diols or glycols also undergoes to esterification. For alcohols, we have one OH group. For diols or glycols, we have two OH groups. So two molecules of carboxylic acid mixture or carboxylic acid derivatives are taken. So two molecules of acetic acid reacts with the glycol and this is forming CH2. Here alcohol gives OH group and here this is H is removed and this is OH group is removed. So suppose if H is removed from this and here OH group is removed, then what is formed? Here we will get CH2 and here O is present and the remaining is CO and CH3. Similarly, OCO and CH3 plus 2 molecules of H2O is released. Similarly, in this process, here H group, this H group and this Cl group is removed. And here also this H group is removed and again second Cl group is removed. So what is the product means? We will get same product. The product is same here, but the byproduct is two HCl molecules. The pyridine absorbs the HCl. And here acetic acid, two molecules of hydrogen, two molecules of acid is reacting, two hydrogen atoms. Here H and this CH3COO group is removed. Then we are getting the same product plus two molecules of acetic acid, CH3COOH is formed. That is esterification process. And in this reaction with aldehydes and ketones, same as alcohols, here aldehydes and ketones reacts with the glycols. And in this process, what happens is oxygen, hydrogen is eliminated. Then what is formed here? The alkyl group C. Here if it is aldehyde, we will get hydrogen. But if there is a ketone, then we will get an alkyl group here. So hydrogen bar alkyl group means either aldehyde or a ketone is taken. Then we have double bond actually, that is making a bond with oxygen and it is CH2 group and CH2 group and again another oxygen, and this is called as ethylene glycol ketols. These are common called as ethylene glycol, ethylene glycol ketols. Ethylene glycol ketols are formed. Okay, so the ethylene glycol ketols are formed and H2O molecule is eliminated. And in this, suppose which is more reactive means, always remember when aldehyde group and ketone group are available, then aldehyde group is more reactive than ketone group. So suppose a compound contains two groups, for example, keto group and aldehyde group is present. In that, aldehyde group reacts first with ethylene glycol and forms a cyclic ketol. Whereas ketone group not reacts, means 1 mole only taken, only aldehyde reacts, ketone will not reacts. And for example, I will give here. This is having C double bond O and here it is having a CH double bond O, means aldehyde group now. This is aldehyde group, this is keto group. Whenever we are taking 1 mole of ethylene glycol only, CH2 OH group, 1 mole only they gave clearly. Then what are the products formed here? Generally catalyst is taken. This catalyst may be dry HCl or a para-toluene sulfonic acid also we can use. and in the presence of dry HCl or any catalyst, the reaction occurs, and here this group is only eliminated. Keto group is not affected because aldehyde group is more reactive than ketone. So what is the product formed here means double bond is present here, and this is CH and O and here it is CH2 and this is CH2 and this is the bond plus H2O. Okay, this is the product. Okay, please remember when aldehyde or ketone is present, aldehyde is more reactive than ketone with glycols. The next one is a trihydric alcohols preparation method. Glycerols we gave. Here mainly fatty acids are taken. These are actually triglycerides. Fatty acids or fats are triglycerides. These triglycerides on reaction with aqueous sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide containing a small amount of water is called as a spent lye. Okay, and the process of this is called as saponification. Please remember, it is important. The hydrolysis actually saponification process. This is called as saponification. What is a saponification process means? The hydrolysis of esters. It is a triester. Hydrolysis in the presence of a base. Hydrolysis of esters in the presence of a base is called as saponification process. And by the saponification process, what is formed means here this ester group dissociate and this is OH group is added. So we will get CH2OH and CHOH and CH2OH plus 3 molecules of RCOO Na is formed. So that is glycerol preparation or a trihydric alcohol preparation. A trihydric alcohol or glycerol preparation method. Okay, the esters, here it is R. The esters, triglycerides or esters, triesters is reacting with sodium hydroxide aqueous solution and gives glycerol by the saponification process. This is a trihydric alcohol preparation method. Next, properties of glycerol. Here glycerol contains this is a primary alcoholic group, this is also a primary alcoholic group, and here this is a secondary alcoholic group. One secondary alcoholic group, two primary alcoholic groups are present. And moreover, remember, primary alcoholic groups are reactive, are more reactive than secondary alcoholic groups. The reactivity of primary alcoholic groups is more than secondary alcoholic groups. Okay, when we are taking reaction with sodium, here primary alcoholic group, one primary alcoholic group is undergoing to reaction and removes the hydrogen, and first we are getting CH2ONA and CHOH and CH2OH only, and again reacts with another sodium at high temperature minus half H2. Again this primary alcoholic group is removed, so ONA and CHOH and CH2ONA is formed. Secondary alcoholic group is not reacting. Next, reaction with PCl3, PBr3, PI3. Here, please remember, this is also very important reaction. And in this, if you are taking a glycerol, PX3 means chlorine or bromine. If you are taking one type of reaction, we have iodine. If you are having another type of reaction, all the three OH groups are replaced by the chlorine or bromine. So we will get CH2X and CHX and CH2X means chlorine or bromine at this X place. Okay, but if Pi3 is taken, first it is forming CH2I and again CHI and CH2I is formed. That is a triiodopropane, but this is unstable. So this immediately loses one iodine molecule. Here, this iodine is removed. Because of the removal of this iodine, what we are getting is CH2I. But here it is CH double bond CH2 plus iodine. Already we wrote here. So, what is the compound formed here is known as allyl iodide. Allyl iodide is the product, not triiodopropane. But if it is a chlorine bromine, we will get trichloro or tribromopropane. So this reaction is also important. On reaction with Pi3, first it forms a triiodopropane, but on further removal of iodine, it gives allyl iodide. The next important reaction here, reaction with HX. Okay, and here what happens? HCl or HBr if present, three groups are replaced. We will get CH2X, CHX, and CH2X. This is the final product with the three H2O molecules. But with HI, if you are taking, so first, if you have 3 moles of HI, what is the product? First, it is forming CH2I, CHI, and CH2I. That is a triiodopropane, but this triiodopropane is unstable. Just now we gave, and so it is releasing iodine, and so we are getting CH2I, CHI, and CH2, sorry, CH double bond, CH2 is formed. Allyl iodide is formed. It is forming allyl iodide. Okay, that allyl iodide formation occurs. And suppose if excess is given, excess means here 3 moles is given, okay, what is the final product means? Allyl iodide. Please remember, if 1 mole of HI is available, means you please remember excess of HI, or sometimes they may give like a concentrated HI. If concentrated HI or excess HI is given means the entire reaction occurs. Okay, please remember this. And then what is formed means again HI reacts. As per Markovnikov the reaction occur, iodine is added here and H is added here. So what is formed? CH2I and CHI, and here it becomes CH2 and one hydrogen. So it becomes CH3. That is a diiodopropane is formed, but this is also unstable because the two iodine atoms are adjacently present. So this is also unstable. So what happens immediately? It releases iodine, and this is forming CH2, where the double bond form here. So you will get CH2 double bond CH and CH3. So propene is formed. Then this is now reacting with another HI. Excess of HI now we said. So excess of HI means how many HI molecules reacting finally? We will check. So again excess of HI. Then the product formed is CH2, and here as per the Markovnikov rule the addition occur, iodine is added here, H is added here. So you will get CH2 and here H is added. So I am writing CH3, and this is a CH iodine and a CH3. This is called as isopropyl. This is known as isopropyl iodide, or 2-iodopropane is formed. Very, very, very important. Please remember, when we are taking 5 moles, here see how many moles? Totally 3. Here 1, 4, and here 1 more. Totally 5 moles of HI is reacting. If 3 moles of HI like 3x it is reacting, it gives first triiodo but unstable, so it gives allyl iodide only. But if it is a concentrated HI or excess of HI is mentioned, then 5 moles totally reacts, and what is the final product? isopropyl iodide. It is isopropyl iodide. Please remember, isopropyl iodide is the final product. It is important, previously given. This is very, very important question. Okay.